in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body. But Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
A second down throw for Prescott. Incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
14, running.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's McKissick. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he stays up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return will cost him about a dozen yards or so, but his guys do indeed get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Looking to throw. Prescott sliding out of the... Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tight end Dixon left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. They run again with Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. That'll bring up. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A first down carry by Elliott. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, 47.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Prescott looks to throw on first. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll go again with McKisson. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Hey. Good, 4 down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Run left, run left. Run left, run left.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run with McKissick. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
In and out, come on, tempo. Gotta go.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The give is to Elliott, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
It's coming now.
Prescott from the gun on third. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
19.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tempo.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On second down, Prescott again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. Third down here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And now another one thrown incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up into half. I think we can go inside the locker room. All right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tempo, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Hey, easy. Check 51. Check 51. Gun.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. That is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey. Tempo.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Wilson. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Out to kick is Janikowski. And a fair Wildcat signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A first down throw for Prescott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. White on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The gun, it's White. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. I mean, Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
He's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
14, run it.
Wilson on 1st and 10. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Come on, tempo. Four down.
Here's Carson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Bang out. Bam. Four down. Don't take too long.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Run left.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on, tempo. Four down, even.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. David Irving in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
95.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Carry now for Allen. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go.
Come on, let's go. Gotta go.
They'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and the people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.